don't forget that the marriage is not about you together. Two people. It's not about you soulmates. It's about God. It was designed by him. It works through him, and it is for him. When you understand that.
I know I ain't perfect, but I hope I'm worth it. I pray that you stick by my side through our struggles and our fights. Yeah, you ain't perfect, but you're so worth it. I just need you in my life. I know we'll make.
Yo, what's good, what's good? I go by the name Danny TSG Humayne, Mr. Don't Tell Him. We ship him. Welcome to the Life in Words Docu-Series. Today, I'm taking you to track number 6 of the Life in Words album. Get yourself a copy. It's available everywhere. All major digital platforms. Go stream it, or you can buy a hard copy, 100 kwacha only. So yeah, I'm bringing my wife over and she's going to help me answer a few questions. I hope you love this one, and don't forget to drop us a comment, or to drop me a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks for the love that you've been showing on the episode 1. Hope you like it. Let's go. Greet my people.
Hi, his people. November?
30th November 2018. Yeah. The weird thing about that day is that I hadn't seen her in like 3 years or something. And I popped up from nowhere and yeah, went to see her, started talking. Weirdly, I opened up about how I felt about her, and yeah, that's how it started.
And that is our anniversary.
Yep, 30th November 2018. There you have it.
Not very long into the relationship. I think 8 months into it, we said, okay, marriage, yeah.
Yeah, and can you remember how it started? Like what was that one button? Like, oh, marriage? Because I don't think people just start.
No, I don't think we just started talking about it. I feel like we got tired of being apart.
Yeah.
And just hanging out and spending the whole day together just to go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
To our parents' houses.
Yeah.
So it was just, it was off. So initially, I think we started as a joke. But if we say that, meaning it started very early in the relationship, maybe even like 5 months in, because we were complaining about being apart.
Yeah.
From that time.
And I think what made it harder was that I was in Kitwe and I always had to travel to see you every weekend.
Yeah.
I had to, not every weekend, after 2 weeks, I had to make a move. So there were times when we said, okay, this weekend I won't see you, I'll see you the other one.
Yeah.
And at times when the dollar would misbehave, no, it's not the dollar. Times when I would just get broke and I can't see you, it became a problem.
Yeah.
And one particular situation I remember was the time we went for a show in Mufulira and we came back a bit late.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to be together that day.
Yeah.
We had fun, we were hosted by the guys in Muf.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we come back we go back to Ndola. And yeah, we have to part ways, like, oh, bye, good night, and you had to go home, I had to go home, and I think at that point it just became clear that we want to spend more time, more quality time, and so, yeah, and we wanted to be together. Yeah, 8-9 months into the relationship. I don't know why I went that far, but I'm sure you get the picture.
So let's do the math here. So from November 30th, 2018 to September 12th, 2020. How long is that?
September 12th. That's 1 year. 1 year what? No, almost 2 years.
Is it?
November 30th. No, it's 1 year.
Because we turned 2 years when we were married.
Okay, I'm getting
Like,
math.
Yeah,
is rough,
you guys figure it out. Like, you can figure it out. So one disclaimer I would like to put out is when we explain our story, people think that Danny and I just met like boom, or get married like boom, got married like boom. No, that's not how it happened. I mean, we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
So I had my assessment time, okay? I had seen him in different situations. I had seen him grow because we met in 2013. So 2013 all the way up to 2018, even though we really didn't spend time in between those years, we still talked, and I was still watching him and he was watching me. So we was sort of in each other's lives without physically being there, if that makes sense. So it's not like we're complete strangers that decided to get married in the space of 2 years or whatever. So yeah, and I'm an advocate for knowing the person that you want to marry.
Yeah, you need to know them.
Know them.
I mean, you won't really have all the information or everything. You only get, even now, the things that we discover, or we're only getting to discover now after getting married. Like, oh, you really do forgive faster than I do, you know, or
you really do.
Yeah, let's cut it there. That's where we cut. Let's cut. Next question. Doubts is a very strong word. I don't know. That's what I think. I don't know what you think. But did we have questions? I think we did. You know, like, is this going to work? Are we ready? I don't know if that's what doubts are, but I think we had a lot of questions. We didn't doubt what we wanted. That's why we tried to make it happen. That's why we tried to, you know, speak to our accountability partners and let them know that this is what we want. So doubts, that's a bit of an extreme for me. I think we had a lot of questions. We were scared, you know. So even when I say scared, I wouldn't equate the scared, and I wouldn't say scared equals fear. I wouldn't do that because it wasn't fear, but we were scared. So yeah, a whole lot of being scared, a whole lot of questions.
Fear.
It was fear.
Yeah.
No.
You're scared, it's
God,
fear.
Nah, God doesn't give us fear. Okay, no, I'm joking. Like, it's not. I'm joking. Like, let's cut that. I wasn't supposed to say that, but yeah, disturbing me. What did I want to say? See, you're losing me. Okay. My thought has come back. I was trying to say we had a lot of questions, but we didn't have doubts. Because doubt is this the right person? You know, marriage is like a whole, like it's my whole life. You know, I don't think I had that. And I would love to hear what you have to say. But I had questions like, will I manage to lead this woman? Will I manage to provide? Looking at all the other responsibility I had, you know, family, my music career, my education. You know, I had so many questions, like, how is all this going to fall into place and how am I going to move from here? Yeah, but doubt, I don't think so. I didn't have doubt. I don't know about you.
Well, I'm okay with the word doubt. Unlike some people.
That's what makes us different.
But it wasn't doubting the person. It was more of doubting the institution of marriage, really. And that was because of my worldview at the time. I was exposed to a lot of people that failed in marriage, because, you know, marriage itself doesn't fail. It's supposed to be perfect. That's how God designed it, but people fail at it. So I was exposed to a lot of that, and it made me very scared and very doubtful. Like, when we go into it, are we gonna do our part? How's it gonna be? I was scared of the friction, because we did have spots here and there, even in the relationship, and I was scared that, okay, now if we're in a home, there's no option to leave. That doesn't even apply anymore. So I was scared about the institution, and just the examples that I had were not very good. And I'm trying to now not really have examples based off people. I'm just taking it as it's meant to be, what the word says about what marriage is meant to be and how I'm supposed to be in the marriage. So yeah.
And I think not to let this question take much of our time, but I wanted to say it's good to actually have that perspective, where you don't focus, because we have this picture like, oh, marriage fails, or marriage is hard, or marriage is complicated. But the actual truth is, and I'm really just bringing back what you've said, it's the people who are complicated, it's the people who are broken, it's me and Mena who are sinful, broken, and crazy, confused. Oh, like you can add to the list. It's us, the people. It's you, the people, if you're married. It's you guys who are complicated. It's you people who make the marriage fail to work. It's not that marriage itself just fails. That it's a hard thing. We emphasize the wrong things, really. So I think we should be letting people know that they're sinful, broken, crazy, and that's why they need God for their relationships, their friendships, whatever it is that they're in. It's not only marriage that's hard, even friendship, So yeah, thought I should bring that out again.
Yeah. No.
Elaborate more.
African parents, huh?
And I think we've never talked about it, like the behind the scenes.
Exactly.
We used to talk about, oh, what are they saying? And then so this is my first time hearing this part of the story, by the way.
Yeah. So on my end, my mother has always known about the relationship. So she knew about the relationship from like day one. Like, oh, there's this guy. And then she was like, oh, that guy with the dreadlocks. Oh, okay, what does he do? This. So, and that was when it was just in its early just relationship status. So when I started thinking marriage and we started talking marriage, I tried to bring it to her like, oh, okay, this is what we're trying to do. What do you think? Boy, did she tell me what she thought. She was surprised and disappointed. So in our culture, we often tend to look down on marriage like it's the last option in life. When you fail to make it, then and it's not everybody. So there's like two extremes. There's people that look down on it like it's the third option. It's the third from the last option in the world. And then there's people that look at it with so much high esteem that you can't do or be anything else. So for my mom, she fell on the other side. And she was like,
why the rush?
Why the rush? I want you to go to school. I want you to be your own person. I want you to have your own home, this. And I was like, but why can I do all of those things with my partner?
Yeah.
Like, what should make it so difficult that I can't do it with my partner? Little did I know that it would be difficult. But what making it work is difficult, but what making it work, and it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
So I tried to reassure her, and honestly, the first conversation I was discouraged. I was very discouraged. And I prayed about it, and I spoke to my sister about it. She was a great pillar of support. And yeah, she helped me really see what I wanted from it. And after we had spoken, after a few weeks, we went back to my mother together. So it's like I went to get reinforcements and we went back and we said, you know what, Mommy, this is what we want to do and I want to support this. And she was with it and she supported me the whole way and she helped me plan for everything and she was there, you know, and yeah, though I'm a bit sad she didn't make it to church.
Yeah, on time.
She didn't make it to church on time.
She was on her way.
Yeah, but in the end it turned out well. She loves him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mom.
If she sees this.
No, she's not supposed to see this part.
She
like,
will.
let's not have Mom see this. For me, it was a similar situation, maybe more complicated, because when I first spoke about it, like, Mom, I think I started joking, you know, about it. I just started saying, I want to get married. Me. You know, when you just say something exactly like exactly, you know, when you just bring it up from nowhere, like, who asked you, bro?
Yeah.
You know, that's really how I started. We're having, my young sister can bear witness. We're having lunch, and I'm just like, so I'll be eating this food in my house. You know, like those jabs, you know what I mean? Just to find a way. And Mom would always laugh about it. Like, oh, you think marriage is easy, huh? Mm-hmm. You know? And I kept doing that till it reached a point where it was now not jokes. It was like, Mom, I want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. And it's rare. Like, it's normal for parents to be like, son or Danny, we need to talk. Mm-hmm. And then, so me coming up like that, it created a platform to just speak out and let her know that I'm thinking about this, I've met this lady, and these are the plans we have. And the first time wasn't really intense, like, no, marriage is sham. You know, she just said, oh, okay. You know, it's where someone hears you out thinking it's not really like, this is my boy. Like, I'm the one sponsoring him. I'm the one doing a lot of stuff for him. Yeah. So what is he talking about?
There's no way.
There's no way, you know? And then the second time I was like, Mom, what I told you about, it's like serious. I'm really serious. And then she started asking me what my plans were and all that. And after trying hard, you know, for me it took months, it took a period of time for her to just say, oh, okay, so how much you got? You know, what's there? What's your budget? There's not only the wedding, there's the marriage itself. So what are your plans? And after letting her know where my mind was at, the plans I had, she bought into everything and I got so much support. And for those of you who might or might not know, Mom is not able to talk and walk, but she's able to express her thoughts. She's able to write down some stuff. So she helped me pick some of the dates, you know. Where she tells you, do this in September. She writes September down. And so it was really just encouraging. In spite of her being sick, she still just gave me so much support. And so in answering the question, our parents did approve of the decision I made.
In the end.
In the end. Not in the end. Like, along the way. Not in the beginning and not in the end. Because there's people who approve last. Like, tomorrow is the wedding. They're like, so filebela kuisa.
Yeah.
You know?
So maybe somewhere in the middle, towards the end, I think, Yeah.
For me, I don't think it was towards the end though. It was in the middle, because remember we started talking about it 2018 and it happened in 2019. So we popped the whole conversation in like 2018. Remember we said like 9 months into the relationship. So somewhere in 2019 2019 rather.
Yeah.
We brought the conversation and it happened in 2020. So somewhere between 2019 and 2020 November, somewhere there, like everything was just falling in place. Yeah.
It was stressful. But at the same time, I don't want to take away from just God's hand in everything.
Yeah.
Yo. Somehow he just made things happen. You know, Danny's suit came from nowhere at no cost. My dress came from nowhere at little cost. So it's like, it was stressful, but not as stressful as it was probably gonna be. You know, if that makes sense. I just feel like, you know, God really came through for us.
Yeah.
You know, we had help that we were not expecting, and most of it was last minute, and it worked out in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and what I would love to add to what has been said is that it was stressful, as you've said, right?
Yeah.
You said it was stressful, and it was also involving. You know, we had to look around. At least you had to. I don't think I had to do the crazy running around. Not that men shouldn't do that, but I equally had my share of worries.
I think you were worried and you had exams at the time.
Yeah. So Mena had to run around, check for prices. You know, we had to drop a lot of things. You know, there was plan A, plan B, plan C, and plan what happened. You know, I don't think that was the main plan. It was nowhere in the plan. You know,
not the plan.
so we had to drop off some things. No, we're not doing this. We're doing this. Let's try to do this. Okay, let's try to talk to this person. But overall, we had a few people just playing like really important roles. My pastor, Pastor Chopo Mwanza, I remember opening up to him about getting married. He told me, don't make a budget on money that you haven't received. Some people will be excited and they'll say, I'll give you this, but don't make a plan out of that money.
Yeah.
You know, I had a chat with people like Pastor Mpangwe, who was my pastor from Dola before I moved to Kitwe. He equally told me similar things, saying, don't just prepare for the day, prepare for the life after the day, you know, and save as much as you can, and, you know, invest in good counseling. And, you know, I talked to my mentor, Pastor Sandala, who, you know, also just gave practical advice about how to, and he was there all the way. You know, this is a man who helped me do a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do this, go to this place, do that. So I'm sharing all this to answer the question that the planning involved a whole lot of accountability, a whole lot of stressing, a whole lot of being content with what we could do and afford.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the end of the day, God is the one with the master plan, and he made it happen in the way that it happened.
Yeah.
How do you start answering a question with laughter? I think it explains that's an answer in itself. Yeah, that's an answer. Anyway, it's going good. It's going great. It's not easy. It's hard. It's hard work. Let me not say it's hard.
Not easy means hard.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm just trying to add more detail to my answer. It's hard work, but very much worth it. I have no regrets whatsoever, because I get to spend time with my best friend. You know, obviously we piss each other off every now and then. We argue, we disagree, we you know, have creative differences when I'm doing my stuff, when I'm recording or trying to do something that's music affiliated. Yeah, but overall I think we try to make it work. hence the song Try to Love, track number 6 off the album. Go listen to it and you'll be able to hear my heart as pertains to marriage or relationships. Yeah, it's hard work, but it's worth it. And so I'm having the best time of my life so far, and I look forward to many more years of spending time with this beautiful woman. Yeah. This is where the people kiss, but there's kids watching, so yeah, let's keep it here.
In the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say after that. That was it.
Yeah.
It's that. So,
Yeah, it's that.
yeah. My advice would be for people that are getting married now, just be content. Be content. Don't try and compete with the next person. You know, oh, this person had a dress like this, I should have a dress like that. The deco, the photos, the shiny, that stuff does not make your marriage. That does not guarantee you a happy marriage. You're better off investing in spending more time together than spending time trying to look good, you know, for one day. It is a special day, but what's that saying? Less is more. Less is more. You know, as long as you appreciate it, as long as it's quality, it's not quantity. No matter how you know people are trying to make it look online and trying to make it look so colorful, and it's a whole competition. So don't fall into that trap. Rather invest in your lives, invest in your time, invest in your love, invest in your growth, and yeah, don't focus on
spiritual growth.
Exactly.
That's one other thing.
Yeah, and what else? Can't please everyone. You can't please everyone. That's advice for before the wedding and even after the wedding. That's advice for life. You cannot please everyone, and the only person you should try to please is really just God. If it's okay in His book, then it's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to be people's standard. All that matters is God's standard.
In addition to what has been said, I mean, because she said literally everything I wanted to say and touch on, what I would love to say is that focus on your relationship with God, because that really sets a pace or a tone for how you interact with other people. So focus on that relationship. Save as much as you can, because it's not just the wedding you're saving for. Mm-hmm. You know, you're saving for a life after. There's a life after the wedding comes, you moving into a place if you've never stayed together. Mm-hmm. And if you already have a place, chances are you've got some stuff in place, but it doesn't mean you get into debt to just finance this big wedding. Because after that, people will start calling you, and you have issues now, you know, with the new season. And so, yeah, save as much, avoid debt. If you can't afford it, don't do it. That's one thing we ran with. And so, I mean, being a music artist or a creative, I've got a whole lot of connections. So I tried to converse with as many people about what I was doing, not the detail, you know, but just like the surface stuff. Like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Do you know where we can get an affordable suit or affordable this? I tried.
Videographer.
Exactly. The guy who did the videography, the photographers for all the events. I proposed in September. We did the traditional part of things, which is the Chilanga Mlilo, the following month, which was October, and we got married in November. So it was 3 months. I compacted with stuff that comes with a whole lot of pressure. Yeah. So it wasn't easy. There were people thinking, yeah, Should we tell him?
I'm not pregnant.
She's not. If you were thinking she was, she's not. Yeah, so there were people thinking, she's probably pregnant. Like, how do you do stuff in 3 months?
Yeah.
You know what? Why the rush? You know? So everyone who came with why the rush, I was like, why the delay?
Right?
Because I want to be with this person, and God is with us, and we're planning and we're working towards it. It's not like we're dreaming. So yeah, I shared that to just tell you that stay in your lane, focus on God, and at the end of the day, make it happen. Do your thing, man. Yeah, marry that girl or marry that guy. Or maybe wait.
Maybe just wait.
Yeah, maybe you can wait. And it shouldn't be funny, really. I feel like we sometimes look at the single guy who's not seeing and who hasn't been in a relationship for like 5 years, like, this guy is weird. You know?
Yeah.
You know, in today's world, you're out here just being single. You know? So yeah, but if you feel you're not ready, it's not mandatory. Like, it's not a lifetime achievement. Like, now Bopana. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I mean, I celebrate my wife every time and post about her when I feel like, but it's like there's something bigger. You know, it's not just about, yes, you've gotten married, then what? You know, there's a life, there's glorifying God, there's serving God together. It's like it comes with different nuances, you know? So you have to look at it from those angles.
Just one very important thing. Don't forget that the marriage is not about you together. Two people. It's not about you soulmates. It's about God. It was designed by Him. It works through Him, and it is for Him. When you understand that, you will have a marriage that you will be proud of. Yeah.
It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. So thank you so much for watching episode 2. Subscribe, comment, tell a friend, share, do what you gotta. Don't tell them I told you.